Hi there folks, how you doing? I just decided to randomly make this video. Usually I'm a little more composed or, prepared, and I kind of just wing it what I say anyway every time. Like, I'm kind of just like, here's what's going on with this, and then, but right now I'm having a panic attack. Not the worst one ever, or not really, on like a scale of 1 to I want to die. I'm at like a 5.5 maybe. I don't know. I can sit still, so that's probably a good indication of where I'm at. I know when my panic attacks or when my anxiety is, bad. I don't know if any of you do this, but I rock. Like, I'll be in a chair and, doing this. Actually, this chair does go back. It's office chair, but that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I will sit there and, like, and it's just, ugh, it freaks me out, but I don't even realize I'm doing it sometimes. Or worse, as I'll be standing there and I'll kind of just, like, side to side, like, it's embarrassing. But I can't do, I can't, because sometimes it feels like the floor is uneven, or I'll feel like things don't look like they're even, or sometimes I just can't stand still. Right now I kind of feel like I'm out. I don't know. I just, I hate this. Okay, well, let me tell you about my day, my last couple of days. It's been a pretty crazy weekend. I went to a wake today and a memorial thing for a very good friend of mine's grandmother, who was a very, very wonderful woman. And I used to stay at her house when I was a kid with my friend, and I used to always see her, and she was always just the sweetest lady. And she knew my mother pretty well, and I was very sad to hear about, her passing. And I saw my friend's siblings today, and I saw a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while, and it was really, it was nice. And that's really not why I'm having the panic attack. And as you know, most of us who are agoraphobic or suffer from panic disorder, it's not necessarily anything at all that triggers it. Today I actually did okay, there was parts where I was there where I'm just like talking and walking around fine and talking to other people, and there was other times where I'm like walking down the hallway to the bathroom where I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and it sucked. Sorry, I'm moving so much. Like I said, I'm kind of struggling right now, but I can't always be chipper and happy, and yeah, not that I am. I can't believe I just did that, but I'm never that peppy. And even when I don't feel good, I still make those. I just make jokes. Bad, not bad, whatever. I'm just me. I've had some pretty shitty stuff the last couple of days. The fallout from canceling our wedding reception thing. As you know, most of you who are subscribers of mine, you know that I am married, but I eloped, and I was supposed to have this giant wedding celebration in March, and my mother-in-law kind of took over that, and there was this spat between making the guest list smaller and someone not being there. And weddings, I tell you, they're a huge headache, and money, it's just terrible that, things happen. And now I have a person who I thought was a really caring, wonderful person, and they've said some very, very hurtful things, and I don't want them in my life. Right now, they said some extremely awful things, and it's something that some stuff personal to, pertaining to my agoraphobia and my panic disorder, and, the fact that I don't work, and the fact that I'm on disability. And you know what? I have been able to work in the past, and I've had, good jobs, and, like I said in the last one, I have a resume up there, and, don't just assume that somebody is telling you they're on disability that they're not productive or they're not, contributing. I hate when people I'm scared sometimes to tell people I'm a disability, because these looks, I'm sure some of you know the looks you get, and I don't know, I feel like everything she said to me brought out every insecurity I already have about myself, and then like she just magnified it and made me sound like a horrible person. And honestly, the only reason we canceled it was because we just couldn't afford it. We thought that there was better money spent doing other things. Like I want to do certain types of therapy so that I can get back to work faster. And you know, my husband is type 1 diabetic, and he wants to get a new glucose pump. I'm sorry, he wants to get a new insulin pump, and he wants to get a continuous glucose monitor, which is a really good thing. And I'm sorry, but that's better and a lot worth a lot more than getting dressed up in a fancy dress and, you know, etc., etc., whatever you do at a wedding reception. You know, improving quality of life is a lot more important to me and to my husband, and we're trying to explain this to her, but she's just not hearing it. You know, all she was hearing is we're cutting this family member from the list, and we're cutting this friend, and money, blah, 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 blah. So, that's out. And that was my day yesterday, and I spent a good portion of it crying. Today was okay. The experiences, and I got through some pretty nasty panic attacks. This one kind of started like, I shouldn't say it started like 2 hours ago, because I have attacks that come in waves, you know, like I'll be okay, and then 5 minutes later sometimes I'll be like full blown. It usually goes fully blown pretty quickly. Like it'll just start and I'll be like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. Okay, this is just, it's not right. It's not right. And then it'll just go right on up, like really, really quickly. Like to me being like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know, and just, yeah, it's not. And then I'll be okay again. And then like 10 minutes later, it's like, I'm losing my mind. And I say that a lot of times in the middle of a panic attack. Like, I'm losing my mind. I don't know what to do here. And I apologize profusely. I don't even know if I just used that word in the correct context. But you know what? I don't happen to have my thesaurus handy, so you know what, or my dictionary, whatever. What else? Exposure therapy. I don't know, I guess I'm kind of doing it daily, you know, in a weird way. I'm forcing myself to stick it out and do things that I don't necessarily feel very comfortable doing. And, such as putting videos on YouTube. Actually, not really. I'm actually getting quite used to that, and I rather enjoy it. I thought that it was a good idea to make this video because sometimes it helps to talk to people, and that calms me down. And right now, well, I don't have anyone else to talk to you but you guys, and that's okay. I'm glad to have you guys, whoever you are. I feel a little better. I'm hoping that I don't go back and sit down and then all of a sudden, you know, right back up. I'm hoping that it goes back down. I'm able to watch a movie or something, or if I'm really lucky, I get to get some sleep. I've said a lot. This is already 8.5 minutes long, and I don't really think I've said anything remotely productive. Trying to make these videos more about, you know, things and coping and da-da-da-da, but like, this isn't, I think that just will come as I talk, you know, it'll come with what I do, how these, you know, what happens when a panic attack hits, how I happen to handle it that day, you know, what happens when I don't want to leave the house, and different things I think will come day to day. But I just think that by telling you my stories, telling you like the life events, that will help. So I'm out of here, folks. This is already over 9 minutes long. So if you've made it through this entire video, I hope my awful walls haven't blinded you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.